Diddy has been in some deep shit for the past few weeks. Yeah. You know, that deep shit that can land you in jail for life. If possible, the sentence will even be worse. A lot of people are talking about the lawsuits on P Diddy, but no one is talking about the origin, the real origin of the lawsuits on P Diddy. And what I'm about to talk about will explain why this is a taboo in the rap music industry, but it's a normal thing in America. And it was very easy for Diddy accusations to happen. But before we talk about it, let's give a recap to what is actually happening to those living under a rock. John Edgar Hoover. Remember that name. Diddy or did he not? Diddy or did he not? Did he? Did he not? Diddy is in trouble. Big trouble. And people are labeling it the Jeffrey Epstein of the music industry. Whew, that's bold. The lawsuit is dangerously massive. We're talking about pictures, to video evidence, to big players in the music industry, to death. I mean, to even get me to sit down and read the law documents, that should show you that there's more tea to this than General Iroh could even ask for. Again, I want to state that I am no lawyer or anything, and all these are allegations. Let's note. Let's go back to history a bit, to the invention of sexual blackmail. This is like the JE of the music industry. I know it has been happening for years, but this is when it became rampant. John Edgar Hoover. Remember that name. He was the first director of the FBI in 1924. And he led the FBI for a very long time. You know, longer than anybody watching this video has been alive. So there was this big mobster called Meyer Lansky. Meyer basically used the concept of sexual blackmail. He used it on Edgar, who is the director of the FBI, who is supposed to be taking Meyer down, obviously, because Meyer is a gangster mob boss. Apparently, Edgar was doing naughty things with Clyde, his assistant, a male. Let's put it at that. Meyer, the mobster, found evidence of Edgar doing that and decided to use it on Edgar. Once Edgar found out and he realized that, hey, he's being blackmailed, he was like, man, okay, why don't I also host my own blackmail party and blackmail all the top people? I mean, if I go down, everybody goes down. Makes sense. So obviously, he invited the top people in the country to a hotel, you know, bringing male hookers. You get me? And they were doing naughty things with the males at the place. All males. But there were hidden cameras around. Edgar. So it's like, I got debt on all your names. If I go down, we all go down. So around that time, it was a taboo, especially working in the law enforcement. You gotta be a hard guy, you gotta look hard guy, especially going against the Soviet Union. You don't want some things going out about you. So the thing about rap music is that you're supposed to be a hard guy. You know, you're from the ghetto, you're from the trenches, you know, the projects and shit. And rappers mostly rap about how gay people suck and shit and that they are gangsters. Not sack in the literal terms, but like sack, you know, sack. Let's edit it. So in sexual blackmail, it is easier to do it in a culture of intense anti-gayness, where gayness is basically like a taboo. Rap music is a perfect example. When you have a rapper on tape doing the nasty freaky, oh damn, that guy is your servant for life. Well guys, I gotta give credits to Cancel This Clothing Company. He was the one who brought my eyes to this. With this information, now let's go back to P Diddy. So P Diddy has been an OG in the music industry, man. He has managed a lot of stars. Managed them in different ways. Obviously, some were successful, some weren't. So you're going to get gratitude from some and resentment from others. Yeah, that's how the world works. P Diddy has been in a lot of controversies ever since he started this music thing. And you could say some of his methods are not conventional or not straight, if I may. Let's just say occupational hazards. But most of the time they receive settlements, allegedly, before the case even sees the light of day. Let's just say the accuser's palm is oiled up to keep mute. Talk about a smooth transition. Well guys, this is not the case for Lil Rod. He has had enough of the oiling. Allegedly, let's just say he was very embarrassed. He took P Diddy to court. Short answer, well, P Diddy has been using his Lil Rod on Lil Rod. Maybe it's a big rod, who knows?
But to get back to this lawsuit, right? Lil Rod, he also alleges that, you know, Diddy, he would grope his genitals and he would grope his anus.
His anus is your asshole. His genitals is his nut. So I guess he had to be naked.
Hey, pause. Hey, yo. This is wild. God damn. Man, how can y'all be saying some wild ass statements without laughing? Guys, Lil Rod's real name is Rodney Jones, and yes, he's a music producer. And P Diddy's real name is Mr. Sean John Combs. He filed a lawsuit against Diddy, and oh man, I didn't know Diddy did these deeds.
And he didn't just file it against Diddy, he filed against the executives at all of the companies associated, and against the companies like Universal Music Group.
Man, that's crazy. We got one problem though.
Diddy made it clear that his head of security, Fahim Muhammad, had the power to make people and problems disappear.
Able to make people and problems. Man, I don't want any problems with Diddy. So guys, I'm going to treat this whole video with a grain of salt. Take it. Now stay with me here, I'm getting somewhere, Ever since Bad Boy Records, Diddy has been one of the most powerful people in the music industry. So you can only imagine the power that he has to make people famous, literally. Hey man, I want to be famous too, man. Well, Lil Rod has been groomed into performing sexual acts with Diddy, according to him, for a while now.
Do you think it's a possibility that he meant that, you know, Diddy will grope his, you know, butt, you know, instead of anus?
Ooh. According to the law document, and I read, Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he engaged in homosexuality. Wow, man, this whole case is wild. There are a lot of dragging and killing accusations, man. But we'll stick to this part. Yeah, that's the part I want to stick to. I mean, that's fun. I got the giggles. Stay with me. The more you enter this case, the more you realize that this shit is wild. And the thing that added more flame to this fire was Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with a rapper named Redacted, R&B singer named Redacted, and Stevie J. Okay, some of the names were redacted, 5 and 6, but the footnote gave us some clues, you know.
Number 5, he is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Like, what other Philadelphia rappers has Nicki dated besides Meek? And number 6, he performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. And obviously that describes Usher.
And who doesn't like clues? All this is still alleged, mind you. Well, Usher kept mute about this whole thing. I think he's an introvert. He's only into vetting your woman. Well, I can't say the same for the Philadelphia rapper. He's a clear example of why sexual blackmail is effective. Very effective. Hang on tight, it's about to be a bumpy ride. I know, clench your butt cheeks. So now there are speculations that Meek Mill is gay. Yeah. Well, nothing wrong with that, but everything wrong with the person. And I'll explain why. Meek Mill wasn't happy, so he took to Twitter lambasting and blasting everybody who said that. Everybody talking about it, to be precise. But man, he wasn't helping his case. He wasn't. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42. Well, I don't know anything about the gangster code, but per my research, this ain't gangster, man. This ain't. I used to dread times like this to see you like this, Meek. Well, that was another icing on the cake.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
Oh no. Hey, Meek Mill, you're a freak. You're a freak. Meek Mill was having none of that. And he began defending himself. First mistake. Man, those defenses go out of the window when you have matching outfits. No, don't take me there. No. I mean, how can you defend this? Oh my god, I was having a field day. The first time I laughed at being gay.
Stop. What do you mean by that?
So this is the main reason why people are coming for Meek Mill. Not because we hate gay people. No one cares. Like and subscribe if you don't care. But for Meek Mill, it's hilarious, man. This guy's been talking about being gangster and shit and all that. Personally, I don't think Meek Mill is gay. I think, this is going to come out wrong. Guys, remind me to delete this video when I become famous. Please remind me to delete this video. Meek Mill does not have the intellect to defend himself. Hey, don't come at me. He just rants, which makes it easier for us to tear him apart because he neither confirms nor denies it. Just be talking gibberish. I can't really put 2 and 2 together. But about this whole case, god damn it, man, there are a lot of allegations, a lot. You know what they say, there's no smoke without fire. A lot may be true and a lot may be false, but you know what, time will tell. So tell me, what do you think about this whole issue? Whose side are you on?
Georgia, by the way you're looking, feel so African. With that body making me feel nauseous. I'ma be cautious, I don't wanna get